Okay, let's start from the top of 618 in the Shari Tshuva. The Chovos HaLevavos. Haziva. A person is able to abandon his errant ways. Osal berem unosa b'onish. That's a clear indication, sign, that he believes in reward and punishment. Moshe Omar. Yazav Rosh Darko Vish Ovid Machshrosov. One abandons his ways, his evil ways. Vish Oven, he says, the corrupt individual, Machshrosov, his thoughts of sinning. V'omav Mishihismen al Chatov, person who was continuously sinned. Bavon Bitzo Kotzavti, Va'akeub Haster Ve'ektzov. True. What he's referring to over here. A person who continuously sins. Why does he deserve to be punished? Because he doesn't change, he says. Because of the outrage of their violence, I was angry and struck them, hiding in my anger. Yet they went astray in the way of their hearts. If a person, let's say, ceases to hurt another person or to do harm to another person after he's regretted, then he's worthy to be, he's deserving to be forgiven. Let's say a person asks for forgiveness and just continues his unacceptable behavior. And you see the man truly doesn't change. He says, I regret, remorse, but tomorrow he's back to his old shenanigans. Are you going to forgive him? You're not going to forgive him. So who's deserving of forgiveness? A person who regrets, and you understand he's truly going to be able to restrain himself, contain himself, not to do it again. Nobody's perfect. But you understand he's going to do the right thing. Asking for forgiveness is an indication of one's submission and one's lowliness before Hashem. And that he confesses his sin is the cause, is the reason why he deserves to be forgiven. The one who admits and he abandons, meaning he's not going back to do the wrong thing, he will have mercy. But if a person doesn't admit the sin, you will be judged for saying, I never sinned. The person who conceals his defiance will not succeed. He's not going to, at the end of the day, he's not going to win. He's going to fail. He says, you see this in terms of human relationships. A person who sins against his fellow, if he submits to his fellow, and he admits that he sinned and he harmed him, did something negative to him, and he asked for forgiveness, and the person who's being asked for forgiveness recognizes that the person truly regrets the wrong that he had done to him, the person will not withhold forgiveness from that person. He's not going to any longer harbor ill feeling towards that person if he's truly sincere in his regret. But if a person, it's just lip service, the person really doesn't have that remorse, and you ask forgiveness, the person will not forgive you. This is between human relationships. So why should God be different? He says a person is able to make a commitment that he will not repeat it, will not be a repeated offender. What is that indication of? That's an indication the person's understanding of the evil of the action and the dimension of the sin, of the wrong that he had done. Right? Person feels, did I do anything so terrible? I did something not perfect. The person over there is what? Is not that committed not to repeat it again. But a person is committed never to do it again, and the greater the level of commitment, that's an indication he has a greater appreciation of the wrong that he had done. example, a person was drawn into a deal, and he was convinced, and he was persuaded, and using every word, he was coaxed, and it was a disaster. And then, a number of years later, the thing presents itself again. The person says, you know something, I'm only a fool once, not more than once, because he still remembers the pain and the loss that he had undergone. He's not going back there again. Same idea. So the greater the degree of understanding of the wrong that you have done, that will determine the level of regret that you have. And based on the level of regret you have, you're not going back there again. And that causes the person to be deserving of forgiveness. So when he asks for forgiveness, because that's the depth of his remorse, Hashem will forgive him. He says, if I've done evil, I will not do more. V'nema asher lo yushiyenu lo noma or elokim l'mas yodenu. Okay, says, Assyria will not save us, and we will never go call again call the work of our hands, our God. He says, could a black man change his skin? Could a leopard change his spots? Can you right your ways who are accustomed to doing evil? Leopard doesn't change its spots. There's certain things I always say, you know, a person does something. People are not perfect. They make mistakes. Let's say it was a true betrayal. The person asks you forgiveness. And the person doesn't really have that level of remorse. Doesn't deserve to. He says, well, I made a mistake. A betrayal is not a mistake when you betray another person. To say you did something wrong, you made a mistake, you said something you shouldn't have said, okay, the person has a slip, you know, you weren't thinking. But a person who betrays, which is a betrayal, there's no such thing, you don't make that kind of mistake. So that person to be forgiven, he has to show and indicate endless times over that he's at a level of remorse that he deserves to be forgiven. Otherwise, you don't forgive that kind of person. And that's the same idea. Once a person is accustomed to doing certain things, it's not simple that he could be forgiven because he's not changing his ways. Put it this way. If the person, let's say, encouraged somebody to invest with NATO, not knowing that he was a dishonest man, didn't know he was dishonest, because he heard so much and whatever else, doesn't have the means. And he truly, sincerely wanted to really help the other person. And afterwards he realized he made a mistake. So just because he's not able to compensate him financially, there's no reason why he shouldn't be, as much as he encouraged you, you also have, you have your decision ability to listen, not to listen. You're not a fool, so that's what you listen. Why did you listen? So either you were greedy, or you did your due diligence, and based on your due diligence, you said, okay, so I'm going to go into the deal. And the man, there was no way he could have known. If he received a percentage, he did know something. Okay, that's a whole different understanding. I mean, how do you take the man to the slaughter? How do you bring him into such a thing, where a person can be hurt so badly? He's a bad man. He's a bad person. Let's say he believed that the Ponzi schemes are not going to be revealed, and ultimately, people have been making money on other people's money all the years. So he'll be like everybody else. He's still doing it. So he didn't believe he's really going to hurt him because he didn't think the thing was going to collapse so quickly. But factually, how do you bring a person into a dishonest deal? You know, the whole thing is dishonest. How do you bring the man into that? So there's no question. I mean, the man should say, you know, if you knew it wasn't right, what do you bring me to something which is dishonest? No, financially, he has no financial obligation to the man. He has no financial. I mean, even within halacha, you know, b'dei shamayim, between the eyes of Hashem, he has to, you know, somehow make good with him to compensate it. It's like a grumma, you know. It's like indirect cause. He brought the man to that. Let's say you're his financial advisor and you advised him, you know, and you know he's going to listen to you. Doesn't make a difference. If you want to do something dishonest, you don't bring something. You should have told him that it's dishonest. That the thing's a Ponzi scheme, and you know you want to join. If not, you should have left. You should have divulged everything. You didn't give him the fell. You concealed it. To be continued. That's separate. That's between man and God. Even it's between man and Hashem. We give it to